Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to Energy and Light Awakening. How are you? I have a lot of things to talk about today, so I'm just going to jump in and starting with this cute little deck. Shout out to Ashley from Ohio. Thank you so much. The Little Frog's Guide to Self-Care. Affirmation cards. And I actually have a strange story about these. I'm curious if you knew I wanted these. These were actually on my Amazon list, and I think I might have deleted them. I'm not sure why. But after somebody sends something, I always go to delete it so somebody doesn't send double. And I couldn't find it anywhere, so I didn't know if this was just a random guess or if you actually knew. And these are so perfect for what I'm going to be talking about today. I've actually been inspired and got to create an entirely different video with just all of the cards for self-love, self-healing, and empowerment. So my next video is probably going to involve all of these beautiful cards with a double session, and also something interesting that I've never received in a card deck before. It comes with this little holder, this wooden holder, which is nice because when I do daily affirmations, I actually like setting them around where I can see it all day, and I never had a holder, so sometimes it gets knocked over. So it's really nice that it came with that. And I'm actually going to start off this video with one affirmation. I'm going to save the rest for the next video. So let's see. And it's a cute little frog throughout the entire deck that has various high heels and boots, which is really funny, whoever came up with this, and always has that mushroom cap on for a hat. Okay, let's see. Let's go with this one. I have the ability to reframe my emotions in a way that I can learn from them. Yes, emotional intelligence is what I would call that. And you can see he's kind of flying. He's got cowboy boots or some type of boots on. So there's various shoes. I don't think he or she wears the same pair of shoes twice, which I thought was kind of cool. You don't see any repeats here. So thank you so much, Ashley, for the cute cards. They are very uplifting and inspiring. And the colors, too, I like a lot. Okay, so I had to prepare a list, which I do from time to time. Something a little unusual happened to me last week that I'm really excited to share with you guys. It started in the morning. I started receiving all of this information, these downloads, so I had to start writing all this stuff down, and it just kept coming all day long, and then by the end of the evening it started to taper off. So I've been experiencing many of these things before I realized what was going on, and from what my guidance led me to, what I was shown and told, these basically it's a theme for the new year. These are things that we're going to be experiencing or going through, and I was asked to share this information. And also the people that I trust, my mentors, I've checked in with different people, and many of them had said similar things to me as well. And so the first thing is more self-love, more care for ourselves, and grounding, especially grounding. Just being able to take that time that we need for ourselves without feeling any type of guilt or shame attachment. I feel like a lot of this is payment for all of the work. Like none of this stuff from what I've gotten is going to be strenuous or very difficult, which isn't to say, you know, from time to time we always have our issues, but it's just going to be so much easier to be who we are, to thrive, to move through life. So when we need to be grounded, we're more focused and aware of, or we don't allow anything to pull us away from that or distract us with our self-care, our self-love. Like the minute it comes through or we realize that we need it, you will stop. You will take that time. You won't continue to push yourself or do things that, have you so burnt out and exhausted, you're at the point of you have no other choice. Like you are lovingly listening to yourself and your body, caring for yourself in a way that you didn't before. Really listening to yourself, having that conversation and trusting. The next thing kind of goes along with that. More fun and more play without guilt, without a sense of having to do more for others. So those two kind of go together. So tapping more into your childlike wonder, feeling guided. Like if you see something that looks fun or you're curious about it, like you don't just kind of look at it and blow it off or think, oh, maybe later or some other time. Like you just kind of light up and you're just like a magnet. You go right towards it, right for it. You're all about having fun and enjoying the time whenever you need it. It's not a scheduled thing. Like sometimes we think, oh, let me do 6 months of work and then I'll take a vacation. No, these are immediate. No more hesitation, no more holding back. Like you're just so happy and joyful to be in this state. Leaving hermit mode. This is one also I've really been feeling. To be with like-minded people, or as you often hear, your tribe, vibe with your tribe or something to that effect. And let me see, with like-minded people, being more particular with who you spend your time with, not allowing anyone or loneliness or depression to make those decisions. When we're going through dark night of the soul, when we're hermiting, or we're going through a stressful time, or we feel lonely, and I know I'm guilty of this in the past, not in the last 15 years, I have not, I've really been isolated where I'm at, but sometimes we give in. We would allow someone to come in even though we knew it wasn't the best person for us. And, we could see right away, or maybe eventually as we started to get into this relationship or friendship, whatever it was, we could just see the person wasn't right for us. They probably weren't respectful. And, you just didn't feel right, but we would put up with that, but not anymore. Like we are more particular and we know immediately, is this somebody I want to give my time to? Do I want my secrets? Do I want to allow them in my life? And excuse me, I'm a little dried out. It is so windy. I don't know if you can hear this time of the year. I don't know. It's just as bad as the summer in the desert, but it really takes a toll on my throat. So, being more connected to those that are like us, and that inspires us even more. It's like once we start to get a little taste of that, it's like when these other people try to come in, we're just like, no, there's no hesitation. We don't have to be rude about it, just very firm. We know this is not someone we want in our life. And we're more drawn and we are attracted more of the people, the friendships that we desire. So that is so exciting, especially for me, because I have always been a loner most of the time. People come and go in my life. The next one, this kind of goes into that as well. More protective of our time because of our sense of purpose and our self-worth. So really focusing on the moment or in the moment, what we're doing, what we want to create. A lot of us know what our purpose is by now. And if you don't, that's okay. There's still some people that are new to this, that are figuring out, trying to figure out their life and what's going on. So even if you don't know your soul purpose, time is very valuable. And I think, well, I can't speak for everyone, but as I get older, I know that my time is way more valuable and I treasure it. I don't allow just anyone to come in my life. I'm very careful what I listen to, what I watch, because I'm aware of how it affects me. And sleep is very important, and I don't let anything disrupt my sleep unless it's something I'm unable to control. I'm more aware of those things, like paying attention at the simplest thing. how is it benefiting me? If it is not benefiting me in a healthy way, I don't have time for that thing or that person. I no longer allow. This has been going on for about 6 months for me. But even more, like, it's just so detrimental. And let me see what I have. The next thing is being more open and ready to heal repeating experiences, moving us into the next level or leveling up. I'm trying to think of, I know you know what I'm talking about, but the easiest thing I can think of is sometimes you hear people, I'm sure most of us, I know I've done this as well. You have different relationships, but it's basically that same thing repeating over and over. It's like, how can this happen? It's a completely different person. But it's not just with people. This applies to anything and everything. When you start to notice that repeating pattern in your life, you're more aware of it. You don't try to avoid it. More open and ready to heal the repeating experiences. Because usually when those things, you know, they're very unpleasant, and a lot of times we just want to ignore, avoid it, put it off, you know, not believe it's actually happening. And now it's different. It's like, I think because of a lot of the healing we've already been through and a lot of that pain, we've been through the worst part of it. And we're more open to allow ourselves to heal, to go through whatever this is, because, you know, after the hell that most of us have already gone through, it's like, okay, I can see and have a feeling that might not be great or pleasant, but it's not going to be as bad. We're kind of excited. It's like healing these old wounds and these problems. It just feels so good finally experiencing this new freedom, you know, of who we are, what we're able to do, and how good it feels to be happy and to experience things in a completely different way. Okay, 2 more. I think we're gonna have to go get some water. Let me see. More. Each one kind of ties in to similar. It's just sort of building on each one. More open to uncomfortable experiences without fear, denial, or avoidance. And when I was getting this one, I got a flash of the Tower card, and I heard Tower moment. So if you don't know anything about tarot, the Tower card is usually some sort of chaos, upheaval, like somebody just pulled the rug out from under you, unexpected drama. It could be really severe, but again, you've learned to handle things differently. You're emotionally intelligent. Even if it feels like, oh my God, no, you're like, all right, I can handle this. I've been through worse things. You know, it's hard to explain this. Actually, I've said this before, every time we go through this healing, every time the earth shifts and our frequencies are rising, it's more of a feeling than anything, and it's really difficult, and it's, you know, so unique to each of us. But we don't have that fear anymore like before, and the avoidance, like all of that old, or some people refer to it as 3D energy, those old patterns, we're just breaking out of that. And again, because everything feels so good, so new, so fresh, we're finally happy in our lives in ways that we haven't experienced. And, you know, we've worked so hard to get here. And the last one is finally comfortable with allowing things to happen with support and guidance. So instead of pushing, trying to control, which isn't to say, you know, sometimes we might slip back into old habits, but don't let it freak you out. It's just, you know, it's a nice reminder, this is how I was, I don't want that anymore. And it'll kind of propel you forward. So just allowing things, not pushing, not being aggressive, not trying to force things to happen. We're becoming more comfortable again with our abilities, with trusting the universe, how things naturally happen. And with the support and the guidance that comes in, even if it's something that's like you've never used before, you've never done, it's completely different and you're a little reluctant, but now you're more open, you're more willing to trust that. And the more we get into this process and allow things to happen, we start to see how easy, how difficult we've actually made so many things that would have been easier if we had just gone with the flow. And this always happens to me when we go through, again, when the shifts happen and we're exhausted, and like the last 2 months that I just went through, I didn't realize what was going on until the end, which is strange because I almost always catch on or figure out within a few days or something. But it wasn't until almost the end of the 2 months, and I was able to relax and let go, and boom, it just happened. I got through it. But before that, the month and a half, oh my God, it was such a nightmare because I was fighting it every day. I wished I had figured out what it was sooner. But having patience with ourselves, self-talk especially. I've talked about mirror work over and over. I've talked about self-talk. Maybe doing it in a different way. This is something new that's happened to me. Having that conversation with yourself, being more supportive to yourself, more loving, more caring. And I cannot believe the results that I got, how immediate, like some of the issues was gone just like that. And usually I have to work and struggle through so much, but that shows me how I've grown as well, learning to trust, to let go, and just really loving myself, talking to myself, talking to my body, just reassuring it, no matter what it feels, what it thinks, I'm here for you, I love you. You're not alone, you don't have to worry, and giving it that kind of support and understanding, I know why you're going through this or why you feel this way, and it's okay, you're not alone, you're just trying to protect me. And just a simple conversation like that, and wow, what a beautiful gift. I'm so happy to arrive where I'm at right now. And I know a lot of you are too, and for those of you that watch my Oracle and Tarot, a lot of this information has already been coming through for many of you the last 3 weeks, which was, huge confirmation, really exciting for me. Not that I ever doubt, when this kind of stuff comes through, it really gets your attention. You have to, listen to what's coming in and take appropriate or proper notes. I'm getting so excited I can't speak. So that's pretty much everything for now. And also, I'm being guided. I'm going to build some sessions around some of this to help us. And today's session is based on all of this as well, just helping us to relax into it as much as possible. I mean, of course it's going to happen, but again, there could be like a little resistance, but just helping us to surrender, to relax, to fall into the process, allowing this beautiful unfoldment of who we are, leveling up, higher consciousness energy. This is so exciting. And I'm really grateful to be able to share this with you guys. So I got something new for you guys. I recently mentioned that I have been using loose leaves. For years I've always used a bundle. I still love a bundle, but I just kind of felt directed to go somewhere new, try something different. I've been using it around the house or doing the loose leaves around the house, but I just had like an old bowl. I didn't really have, anything nice. So I thought you guys might like this. It's like it's actually an ashtray, but it's part of a tree with a mushroom log. So I thought that would be much nicer to look at than what I've been using. But I wasn't sure if I was gonna like doing it this way or not. So I was waiting. Also, I keep seeing these mushrooms everywhere. I think I mentioned this recently. Plus, I mean, look at the frog hat. I'm kind of taking a cue. Oh, huge raven. Taking a cue. It might be time for me to do a little magic mushroom trip. think the last time I did one was for my birthday, maybe 3 years ago. But they keep showing up everywhere. Even Christmas gifts. My aunt always sends me a Christmas box from Ohio every year. And she sent some dish towels that had these on it. And it's this specific mushroom too. It's really strange. I've tried, or I've had regular mushrooms, but I've never tried this kind. So just working that through the energy field. Hushanani kyantesh tuhuuna aha. Ehenina akatita. Ushuhu nutuyata. Hashashanina hakati. So are nice and warm and charged up. Symbols have been activated. I'm also going to use my smallest pyramid today for amplification of the energy. Clearing out anything and everything that is not vibrating the frequency of peace, truth, love, and joy. Allowing us to be more open than we've ever experienced to receive this beautiful transformation. Working through any dysregulated energy. I'm so excited for you guys. I mean, I've already had a little taste of this, and like I said, I know some of you have also because of the readings. It's just so exciting. You want everybody to feel this amazing. If everyone was this joyful in the world, can you imagine how quickly peace would spread? Thank you for allowing me to be your Reiki practitioner and spending this precious time together. It is an honor, a blessing, and a privilege, as always, to assist you on your journey. Hanina yakiante Ushushuahate. Kinkyanta estu. Black obsidian for protection, for grounding, for balancing the energy. Take a gentle breath in, slowly out. It's so cold today. Actually, starting 3 days ago, winter finally kicked in out here. The wind is not helping. Breathe in, slowly out one last time. I'm going to seal the session one last time with my little pyramid. The powerful healing of eternal love is with you now and always. Divine consciousness fills your every cell. You are whole, healthy, vital, and at peace. You are pure, clear, and balanced. And so it is. So one last card. Into the Lonely Woods. And the card that came out was 41 Realizations. Hope you can see that okay. The lights are blasting in my eyes. I cannot see. It's been a while since I've done a video, and I'm very light sensitive to lights anyway, because my eyes are super light green. And it's so blinding. So if I'm kind of squinting, that's, you know, why. I just have to readjust again. Okay, realizations. So often we are distracted. We churn through the day, too busy to see, to hear, to feel, to think. The soul starves within us, but in time of aloneness, we can come to so much more. Sorry, I'm having a hard time saying. The soul starves within us, but in time of aloneness, we can come to moments of deep realization where we begin to understand within this time and space the key to moving into more soulful and rich connections with yourself and the world lies in these more lonesome times. You will have moments of realization that are key to your entire life taking a different shape in the days to come. And this is a great blessing born from the quiet, the stillness, the space around and within isolation. Okay, so I feel like that is a lot of what most of us have been going through. That's why we're finally arriving where we are now. And I still feel, alone time is so important. We need that time. But instead of feeling lonely or sad, I feel like this is something, again, as talking about, grounding, self-care, self-love. This is something we embrace with an open heart because we experience it differently now. We enjoy it. We love it because we know we're learning and we're getting so much out of it. It doesn't have to be sad and depressing anymore like it was, thank God. Of course, there may be, that could happen from time to time. And like I said, we will kind of go back and forth until we're fully comfortable and move forward. But again, as I said, also getting a little taste of these things really get us excited to move forward and let go of the old things. So, there's just going to be so much more joy and peace in our lives this year. Just the simple allowing, becoming, embracing new friendships, relationships of like-minded people, everything we wanted for that we weren't quite ready for until now. So I look forward to it. So thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. I'm so grateful to you, as always, for everything you do, every way that you support me in this channel, your gifts, your donations, your comments, watching, sharing, everything that you do, things that I'm aware of, things I'm not aware of. So I'm excited to share all these news. As I said too, when I was going through that 2-month period, I was having a difficulty connecting and receiving like I usually do, and it really freaked me out. But now that all that's cleared up, I have just been getting bombarded with all these new ideas and new videos. A lot of them will be coming out of what we discussed earlier. So excited to share all this new stuff with you. Thank you so much. I truly and deeply appreciate you. There is so much love for you here. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam.